Good morning. This is the weekend update for Buy Sell Short for Saturday, May 3rd. Going to be a quick video this weekend, really, because the market continues to just, what's the word I'm looking for? It blows, really. Just when you think things are looking good, we have a day like we had on Friday, which has been typical of Fridays of late. We'll get a little bit of action, and the volume will just dry up like the market's close. You end up clicking on your quotes just to see if you need to reboot your computer because everything looks so dead, and then things will start moving all of a sudden. And it's just really strange kind of action to have with the major indices pushing all-time highs, but it could be a little bit of the summer doldrums, and these summer doldrums are more snoozy than we've seen in the past couple of years, probably because we've got no real crises that's been manufactured as of yet, although you do have the doom and gloomers out in force. Volume dropping off. I mean, we're looking at the Dow daily chart here. We got that all-time closing high. Little bit of a pop the following day, and then we gave it up. But, I mean, the chart's still looking okay. 15-minute chart, we're above the uptrend line. Dow Transports, we had a nice pop this past week, but we had a reversal inverted hammer on Friday. Does that mean we're going to pull back to the 50-day, or does that mean on Monday we're going to bounce back? One thing to keep a note that as we've been rising over the last 2 months in the Dow Transports, we have a downtrend resistance on RSI. So these bounces are getting weaker and weaker, and we really need to see that breakout. This is the indice that we watch the closest, and this coupled with the action that we've been seeing in the small caps and the Russell, a little bit concerning. Now, I've been reading all this commentary about how the small cap stocks were the rock stars last year and it's time for them to have a bad year. But on the other hand, we have the same commentators talking about how, the jobs market's getting stronger, the economy should start to grow. If the economy is indeed going to grow, it's the small cap stocks that tend to outperform in such a scenario. So just keep that in mind. Small cap stocks are usually US-based stocks and companies, and if the US economy is recovering, those are the companies that will benefit the most. Again, like the Dow Transports, we have a resistance line, downtrend resistance line on RSI as well that we'd be looking to see break. It's just a lot of back and forth, very frustrating action in the indices over the last couple of weeks. NASDAQ, that head and shoulders formation is still in place, and we really need to monitor this level. As I said, if we were able to get a break above that 50-day moving average, it could possibly negate this formation. But if we see a down move this upcoming week, then we need to get a little bit cautious. We haven't been doing a whole lot of stuff. It's essentially been very, very boring. Trades you do are essentially trades to see if stuff is going to work, and one day things work great. Next day, they don't. So, in such a market environment, tight stops, reduced targets, half positions, and, for a lot of traders, that means doing absolutely nothing till the good times come around again, and they always do. Been doing this for many, many years. Newsletter, 13 years old now. We've seen these kinds of markets once or twice a year. They always resolve themselves, and profits come rolling in shortly thereafter. Now, however, couple of stocks to mention here before we end. PTN, we got that news that we were looking for. Not the exact news, but a lot of disappointment, it seemed, from some traders that they didn't get that deal signed, but they all but said they had the deal signed in the press release. The wording kind of looked the same, but if you actually read it, it looks like a deal has been made. We're just waiting on the numbers. And Roth Capital came out, reiterated their $6 target for this stock and expect a big upfront payment when the deal is officially signed. So, we're going to wake up one of these mornings with a fat press release and this stock up 40-50% or more. So it's just a matter of being patient on this stock and sitting back. It's not like we're doing a whole lot else right now. Now, late on Friday, you recall that we've been playing HEB over the last couple of weeks because of the MERS infection in Saudi Arabia that has started to explode. Cases have gone up 50%. It is a very deadly disease, 50% mortality rate, I believe, or maybe it's 30%, which is really, really high. But we had our first case in the U.S. in Indiana late on Friday. Someone who just came back from Saudi Arabia contracted the disease. So that means we could be seeing more cases, people in contact. That's how this disease spreads. And he flew back. And we all know what the air quality is like on airplanes. HEB is one of those MERS plays. Essentially, it's all the bird flu plays because these drugs that they work on essentially work on a bunch of different disease. Great thing for HEB, it has the best looking chart of all the plays. It's coiling between the 50-day and 200-day moving average. We've got this triangle break that we saw begin on Friday. I mean, if that news had come out a little bit sooner, we would have seen this one bust out and the market not dropped off late in the day. We could have seen this stock trading up to the 40-cent level into the close on Friday. 36 cents break, I would be a buyer. 35 cents and under. We've got rock solid support at 32 cents here. RSI trying to break 50. Positive MACD cross. Stochastics in the basement. It's got a great chart. It's got a story that's going to get a lot of headlines in the coming days. Could be a very nice play for us in the upcoming week. So that's it for the video, guys. Any questions, shoot me an email, feedback, buysellshort.com. Have an awesome weekend and see you in the chat room on Monday.